23. Time to get charged. Time to get morning. Time to get morning. What the heck was that? Good morning. What'd you say, TM? Oh, thank you. You know why I said that? I'm on this freaking 75 hard TM, and I'm looking at my calendar, and I finished day 4. This thing is challenging, but thank you.
It's down, baby. Let's go.
Yes, day 5. So it is June 5th. Thank you. So everyone, I'm feeling super amazing charge today. I am live all over the place. I actually went on Instagram just because, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. As TM said, it is June 5th. You're in the number 1 show, my favorite show that has helped me grow, Breakfast with Champions. This is a show where you're going to get all the motivation, education, and inspiration that's going to uplift your life, your mindset, your soul, your body. If you click that link at the top, you're going to see all the wonderful things that I am doing, not only this month, this week, but this year. I can't go through them all because I only have 30 minutes. And there's so many things I want to talk about this morning. So I want to begin with you. I want you to write in the chat. If you're on Facebook, share out the room, write in the chat. If you're here, I want you to unmic and share with me your highlights of the weekend, because I don't know about you, but every single day is a highlight for me. Every single day is a vacation. I've heard people say, oh my gosh, I need a vacation. No, every day is a vacation for me. As you know, last week I went to Bermuda, the week before that, California. I don't know what's next, but every day you're living, you're learning, you're growing. So please share with me something you did this weekend that was a highlight. Unmic, say your name. Let's get this party started. Anyone? TM, what you did this weekend? I know you had an amazing room yesterday. I do remember that.
I'm constantly working. So for me, my highlight, man, I don't know if I have a highlight from the weekend. Outside of the fact that we launched, got an event coming up, got that information out there.
Yes, tell us all about that event. Is this the one like you did last year? If so, it was amazing.
Yeah, the Kickstart your vision. Well, we have an event July the 21st to the 23rd. But no, on the 24th of June, this month, Saturday the 24th. Break free from the ordinary. We're bringing some successful folks together. Michael's, he owns a dealership, owns a finance company, owns the service center, right? Did all of that from scratch. Rocky is going to lean into personal branding, social media. And then listen, I have a friend, he and his girlfriend, they broke into the beverage business. They literally started their own vodka brands. They came to the Kickstart Your Vision Summit last year, and Ed Willing is coming to talk about how he actually created his libation and got it into the spirit stores. He's doing pop-ups, all over the country that are selling out. And so, we need to break free from the ordinary, become extraordinary. We're going to bring some folks together and talk about it. That is Saturday, June 24th. So we kicked it off, and that room yesterday was fantastic. Stars Tina, thanks for popping in. The replay was off. Ooh.
Oh, you said it was on.
Yesterday was off. It was off. But it was an amazing room.
It was an amazing room. The story about the chicken and the frog and the donkey.
Oh, that's crazy. No, so 6 o'clock it's on, 11 o'clock it's off. So I think it was 11 o'clock it's off. I was sad about that.
Do you see how amazing this man is, guys? Check it out. Work, fun, it's all the same thing. And I am just like that, TM on Sunday, 6 a.m. I thought about it at 6 a.m. I was like, I could go into that room or I could sleep a little bit longer. Amazing space. I put it on my calendar, June 24th. That's what's so great about being around amazing people. That's what this room does. So right now, I would love for each of us to just share the room out in the hallways. If you're on Facebook, share it out, because there's someone who's laying in bed right now, or maybe they're sleeping and they need that extra push or elevation, I like to say. Is there anyone else who would like to share their highlight of the weekend? If so, please just unmic and share. All right, you had 5 seconds. Go ahead.
My highlight of the weekend was our Ade, Question Queen. She had a book launch on Saturday, which was incredible. I know there were a number of you who were watching online as well. So I just want to big up Ade and just say congratulations for launching her 20th. And yes, you heard me say that correctly. Book. I'm very excited about that. She's very, I'm the loudmouth around here, but I just think I just wanted to just big her up and just give her a props. And also another highlight of that occasion was that our Dora Maria got a Dying to Shine Diamond Award. She was awarded that online as well. So that was great. That was it for me. That was definitely the highlight.
Yes.
And then we just heard this morning the book was sold out.
Yes. Do you see what happens when you surround yourself with champions? Do you see what happens when you surround yourself with greatness? It just happens for you naturally. It's like you become a part of it. Think of that lizard. Anyone ever seen a lizard? Those are the animals that wherever they go, they kind of melt into it. Like if they're in the trees, they turn green. Or is that correct? Help me out, someone. I'm not an animal person. Yes, no. Come on, guys, talk to me.
Chameleon, I think.
It's not a lizard, it's a chameleon?
It's a type of lizard.
Okay, I actually saw one last week and I was like, wow, it like crawled from the brick to the grass. And I was like, wow, and that's what happens when you come into this space. Now, I do want to welcome everyone that's there on Instagram. And if this is your first time hearing me, hello. I am Stars Tina, but you can call me Tina if we're close. And Blissful Memories, Kayla on Instagram, thank you so much. She said chameleon. So people know me for my infectious attitude, my beautiful smile, and my unwavering determination. I'm a hard worker. My business, my passion, my everything is fitness. And the core values, not only for me, but my business is loyalty. When you're around me, I am going to be loyal. I am there for you 100%. Hard work. As we say, for me, hard work is just like waking up, just like breathing, giving 150% all the time, no excuses. I'm that girl. I don't want to hear the excuses. If I ask a question, I would love to get the answer and not a whole story in a book. The third thing is faith. And this is, I'm not going to say it's new for me, but it's just a little deeper for me. So I'm really tapping into the faith a little bit more in my life. Everything that comes into my body, into my mind, into my soul is a download from God. So my faith is very strong. And lastly, high energy. I am full of energy. That's what you're going to get. If that's your vibe, if that's, what you like, join my tribe. So as a fitness professional, my greatest joy comes from making positive impacts on the world, one person at a time through through fitness. Now, my mission is to create a healthier global community. Now, you know what? I can't do it alone. I've got some of my crew here with me this morning, and I am a global health, life, and business coach, and I absolutely love what I do. Each day, I love it more and more. My focus is on working with mature professional women, helping them reach their health, wellness, and business goals. I believe that everyone has the potential to go from good to great to amazing. We are all amazing. God gave us a special gift, and He's helped me to give that to you. So I empower my clients to tap into their potential and achieve remarkable success with the 4 pillars of success. This is for my business that I've come up with. The first one is mindset. When you focus on your mind, you can achieve anything. I'm reading again. It's not down here because I'm on day 5, as I said, of 75 Hard. And every night I'm reading the 10 pages. I make Pete, I'm like, before we go to sleep, you got to read this book. And in this particular chapter, she was talking about your mind, how it doesn't know the difference with what's reality and what's not reality. So when it comes to mindset, if you just keep putting positive stuff into your head, that's what's going to come out. So that's the first pillar of my business. And the second one is heart set. Heart set for me is how passionate you are about something. And I like to think of the Kobe's or the Michael Jordans. And I actually watched that Nike movie the other day called Air, and it was sharing how the mother, oh, this is so good. If you haven't seen Air, it tells the story of Michael Jordan and how Nike, Adidas, and Converse all wanted to sign him. And Nike was on the very bottom of the barrel. And it was all about heart. The mother believed in her son. Nike believed in her son. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you're at the top, if you're at the bottom. If you have that heart, if you believe in yourself and what you're doing, it will all come out perfectly. So get that heart set in and push through. The third thing I like to focus on is nutrition. What you put in and on your body is so important. And it's very important to get your blood work. Go to the doctor. For 8 years, I stopped eating meat because I watched the movie What the Health, and I thought, oh, I'm going to be vegan, I'm going to be vegetarian, I'm going to stop eating meat because that's the healthy thing to do. But for my blood type, which is negative O, that's not a good thing. And about 6 months to a year ago, I noticed my health, meaning my energy, like you've had energy, Tina, but no, my energy was kind of down and things just started going downhill. And long story short, the doctor said, your heart is great, Tina. I had to wear a heart rate monitor for 2 weeks, but your blood is horrible. Your blood is not good because I was not eating red meat. So when it comes to nutrition, make sure you're doing what's best for your body. And anyone that works with me or my tribe, we're going to do what's best for you. It may be paleo, keto, whatever, but do what's best for you. And lastly, exercise, moving your body. With that being said, doesn't matter your age, doesn't matter, your anything. The month of June, I want you to tap into my Instagram because we have such an amazing level up challenge this month. Let's just say I'm sore. I haven't been this sore since I did a Spartan race like 3 or 4 years ago. And each month there's different themes, right? The month of June, we are celebrating Alzheimer's awareness. So I have invited every person in my tribe to grab a senior over 70. And let me tell you, one of the ladies in my tribe, she sent me a video from her mother. And I could cry when I saw this. Her mother was watching my YouTube channel and she's like, I'm doing it, Tina, I'm doing it, stars. And I have an acronym called STARS for Star Jacks, push-ups, a whole bunch of things. And the mom's doing them. And she says, well, Tina, you might want to make a special video for seniors. And last weekend, my mother, who is 70, and myself together, if you're watching me, we did a half marathon, which is 13.2 miles. So that's something that just really made me feel amazing that I'm able to help others. So I feel like I'm rambling. Forgive me. So today I'm going to be talking about 3 powerful strategies to conquer, to help you conquer your goals. Because I don't know about you, but I have big, huge, audacious goals. But I want to bring my guests in. So if you're watching me, you're going to see my mother on the screen. Good morning, Mommy. How you doing? Okay, Mommy. She doesn't, are you on Clubhouse, Mommy, or are you just on, what you call it here? Let me say hello. Say
hello.
Okay.
How are you? Good morning.
So
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear, Mommy. If you're watching, let's see your medal. You'll see us with our medals on. 13.1 miles last Saturday in Bermuda, and she's got her Elite Star shirt up. So I brought her through today because, like I said, today I'm going to share with you 3 things to help you reach your goals, and not regular goals, like big goals. Have you ever done a 5K? A 5K is 3 point something miles. Half marathon is 13. And that was a big goal for my mother because the last time she did, how long ago did you do that, Mommy? How many years ago?
At least 10.
It was over 10 years ago. And every year, let's say last year we went to Atlanta for Atlanta Peachtree, and my mother was struggling walking up the hill. She even had to go to the hospital last year. Like when I finally got to Georgia, I'm meeting my family on the escalator and I'm like, where's Nanny? And my niece says, Nanny's in the hospital. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like no one told me, but she couldn't even walk up the stairs. And this year she did a half marathon. Woo, woo. So Mommy, and I forgot to say, thank you, Miss Melody. Miss Melody said she won first place in her age category. So at the end of the race, the guy's like, oh, your mom won. And she's showing her trophy. Mommy, please share with the people a little bit about how you did what you did, because that's pretty amazing. This morning, if you would have saw me out in the streets this morning and yesterday, I was struggling trying to get these legs moving. Share with us, Mommy. Go for it.
Well, I realized that if you don't use it, you will lose it. And I had to make a decision to either allow my body to curl over and shrivel up or stretch and work out. So I decided last August that I wanted to do something special for my 70th birthday. And I have been walking in the woods in the back of me, and I start feeling really good and like I could run because the doctors had told me to find another sport, give up on running. But I was depressed. That was my heart because it's a short-term goal that I could set and accomplish. And I started with walking, like as Tina said, I had gained weight. And I've lost so far about 50 pounds. So I started walking because I knew I could not put that weight on my knees. And then just one day, I like, let me see if I could run. And it was so funny because I was supposed to teach my class that day. And I went running and it was so good, but I was running away from the house. And when I looked at my watch, I'm like, okay, class is in 30 minutes, but I'm an hour out from the house. And I had ended up doing 9 miles that day. And I'm like, wow, I could do it. I could do it. And then I signed up for, and Bermuda Day Marathon, 10 half marathon. So that's what I decided to do.
I love it. I love it. Thank you for that, Mommy. And if you guys don't know, I run an online fitness boutique studio where we have fitness classes. This started during COVID. Someone hired me to teach her, a corporation hired me to teach their class, to teach their members, their staff, because they said it's COVID, people are going to be still. So they hired me for that. And then after COVID, it just kept going. And see, let me tell you how you can get someone to do something. I knew my mother wasn't really exercising that much. So I said, Mommy, you want to teach class for seniors? So when she was younger, she was teaching a class called Silver Sneakers at the YMCA. So now she teaches Silver Stars on my platform. So if you're a senior, if you know a senior or have a senior, tap in because she teaches classes with them. With that being said, it just makes me teary-eyed and cry. Anyone have a question, comments when it comes to the seniors and exercise?
Hey, good morning, it's Ramon. How are you?
Hey.
Hey, Gina, I just wanted to say it is so encouraging to have Miss Hattie, to have your mother, a part of your life, a part of BWC. Every time I see this young lady, I am encouraged. So thank you for showing us the way. And thank you, Miss Hattie, that age is quote unquote just a number. It's meaningful. Age is meaningful, but it's all about your mind. And Miss Hattie, like you said, you decided. Start taking it back to you guys.
Thank you, Ramon. I just want to say something else. Like, if you don't know, my father actually died at the age of 49. I just turned 50 last year, and my whole 49th year, I was freaking. I was like, I'm going to die this year. I really seriously thought that. And the client that
She's muted.
Needs a coach. It doesn't matter whether you're a basketball player, a tennis player, a gymnast, or a bridge player. My bridge coach, Sharon Osberg, says there are more pictures of the back of her head than anyone else's in the world. Sorry, Sharon. There you go. We all need people who will give us feedback. That's how we improve.
I remember the very first time I had a life coach, they weren't called that at the time, but an expert on, who shared with our audience, nurture yourself, honor yourself, stop the crazy mind chatter in your head that tells you all the time that you're not good enough.
Sure, something bad happened. Something bad happened to everybody on the planet. I don't care who you are, something bad has happened to you. But if you continue to tell that story to yourself, that that is who you are, it will continue to be true. That damage will stay for the rest of your life, but it doesn't have to be that way.
Coaching is one of the most valuable tools in the world. A coach just has a different perspective. I mean, even back in those days, the best athletes in the days, the Gretzkys, the Michael Jordans, et cetera, they all had a coach. Still to this day, the best have coaches, because the coach can see what you can't see because you're in the force, they're outside of it.
For years, I've received so many different kinds of advice, I don't know where to start. One that comes to mind is to have a coach. Our board member in 2002, John Doerr, said, you need a coach. And I said, well, I don't need a coach. I'm an established CEO. Why would I need a coach? Is something wrong? He said, no, you need a coach. Everybody needs a coach. So Bill Campbell became my coach and has served Google very well. Every famous athlete, every famous performer has somebody who's a coach, somebody who can watch what they're doing and say, is that what you really meant? Did you really do that? They can give them perspective. The one thing people are never good at is seeing themselves as others see them. A coach really, really helps.